Hey guys, welcome back to the FM Journeyman save. We're continuing on now as we crack on with the League 2 season. Whether we last the full season here at Notts County remains to be seen, but we've started the season relatively okay with 3 wins and 1 defeat thus far in all competitions. We're about to crack on with the second round of the Carabao Cup. The Papa John's Trophy begins today as well, with Hartlepool, Leicester's under-21 side and Grimsby in that competition. You see how busy it's going to get later in the year. Jesus, November is going to be absolutely insane. But we crack on at the end of the transfer window. We're quite happy that we've done the majority of our business. Again, just to reiterate, they're the transfers we've done. I go over it in detail at the beginning of yesterday's episode, the last video on the channel from this save. So do check that out. Do check that out. But we are taking on Bristol Rovers in the Carabao Cup here today, and I am going to rotate quite heavily for this game because I need my players fit for the league. The league is the most important thing, but like we say, we are planning on potentially leaving the club this transfer window, potentially leaving the club this season as we look to crack on and, fingers crossed, get ourselves a move either up the leagues in England or to a side that is considered a step up abroad. We shall wait and see what jobs become available throughout the course of this season. I don't anticipate this season at Notts County going tremendously smoothly. I'm hoping for a top half finish, but time will tell. For now, though, we're going to crack on and try and get ourselves some wins, and as many as we possibly can. We still don't want to underperform with Notts County. I need my managerial stock to be rising and as high as possible, but I'm not that bothered about the Carabao Cup. The league is my main area of concern, and we'll just take it game by game. Do drop the video a like if you're enjoying this save, though. Follow the link in the description to Twitch so you can come and watch live. And hopefully we can start with a win against Bristol Rovers. Keep a run of form. But it's going to be awkward here. And we are 1-0 down as Joe Anderson gives Bristol Rovers a 1-0 lead. It's not going to be all our own way this year. We might have got 106 points last season, but it's not going to be like that this year. Anderson to McCormick, into back to Williams, into him again. Ooh, Luke McCormick with a finish into the far top corner. That was very good. Williams to Jordan Rossiter, pulling the strings in midfield, finding McCormick, who finds the back of the net from 30 yards, and we're 3-0 down. And this really is one of the most disjointed performances of the season so far, isn't it? Deary me. Jones over the top to Ben Cottrell. It's the first opportunity going forward we've had in stoppage time at the end of the first half. Regan Booty, his left foot is pretty damn good, isn't it, by the looks of things? That cracking volley scored yesterday, and that was struck with quite some ferocity. Ben Cottrell will take the corner. And there is Shimanga at the back post. Nico Jones turns it home. Had the first effort, came back off the post to him, and he's tucked it in. Is that false hope or genuine hope? The board only wanted us to be competitive in this competition, and well, whilst we haven't really been that competitive in this game, we at least didn't go out in the first round, so I think getting to the second round is being competitive enough. Bristol Rovers are a club that have come down from League 1 above as well, so it's not like we've lost to a side that are one of the least capable in the division that we're in. Bristol Rovers are one of the best sides in League 2 and have proven it here. But they are not yet adding a fourth. They still might. The highlight continues. 93rd minute, as you can see, +3 here on the right-hand side. And it's gone out of play. So, yeah, we're going to lose by 3-1 to Bristol Rovers. But we won't be that put off by that. We won't be that bothered. We'll bounce back, hopefully, in the league game against Hartlepool and get a positive result there. And keep the league form going. We are in the playoffs currently after 3 games in League 2. So, we'll just try and concentrate on league football, and whatever happens in the cup, happens in the cup. Keep them motivated, though, by telling them that wasn't good enough. Even though we're not bothered about going out, I still want them to do better. Forest Green Rovers away. They, at some point in this save, whether it be... Well, no, to be fair, this is only Season 2, isn't it? So they relegated last year from League 1. Similarly, the side that we played in the Cup, Bristol Rovers, relegated last year down from League 1. We're going to have some very decent players, Forest Green. We signed him on a free after he left Forest Green, Luke McGee. So certainly he's going to want to prove to them that it was a mistake for them to let him go. Hopefully he doesn't, throughout the course of this game, prove to them that they were right in getting rid of him. But he has conceded here, but that was really well tucked into the bottom corner from Jed Garner. And we are 1-0 down in the 16th minute. We do miss Matthew Blake, to be fair. Langstaff's in the middle. That's cleared away. Jeff King will get there. Oh! Whoa! Goal of the season? Jeff King? That's a right back. That's a right back. Joel Taylor with the ball in. It's cleared away by the defender. And first time on the volley. Wham! With the Di Canio volley. The technique is beautiful from Jeff King. Wow. We're level. Forest Green had the majority of the ball in the game so far, which has been frustrating because last season we prided ourselves on our possession play and our ability to keep the ball away from the opposition. But Luke Harris is in and he's just deadly. 6th goal of the season. Luke Harris gives us a 2-1 lead. Bit of pinball with possession. But it was all about his quality there. Rolls with the ball over the top. All about his quality as well. No, sorry, Booty with the ball over the top. Harris gets away from the defender. Chests it down and then just pokes it into the far corner. We're in front. There's Jack Rolls. He's got Booty free. Here's Ben Cottrell in behind. There's a third. Okay, this has suddenly changed in the second half. We've taken the initiative. We've burst forward. We've scored twice. And we should, hopefully, see it through from here. Is that going to be another red card? Oh, my God. There have been so many red cards in this second season so far. Well, despite the red card, we do see out a 3-1 victory. Ben Cottrell will be out for 3 games, though. I will speak to him and tell him I'm very disappointed in him getting sent off. Seems confused and demotivated. You're confused at me being annoyed that you got sent off, are you? I don't really think that's very confusing, but it is what it is. Cottrell banned for 1 match. We will fine him. And you better take that fine after being confused and having a go at me almost. Oh, I need to go there. I'll send my assistant to the press conference. You better accept it. He does accept the fine, thankfully. Take him out. Kidwin Scott can come in. Next game is Hartlepool in 3 days' time. We will rotate for that, I think, in a Papa John's trophy again. But let's try and keep the league form up at least. Really frustrated and baffled by the amount of red cards so far this year. That's a straight red in the Wimbledon game for a 2-footed lunge for them. A straight red in the Mansfield game for a 2-footed lunge from me. 2 yellow cards for Gibson in that game. Nothing against Rovers, but then a straight red for a 2-footed lunge in the Notts County game. I don't know why that's happening. Hartlepool at home in the Papa John's Trophy. Another team that are in our division. Another team that we should be beating. They finished 18th in League 2 last year. So, rather evidently, if we were winning the league below, we can expect that, and winning the league below in the manner that we did, and have started the league season in the manner that we have, we should be beating Hartlepool, especially at home. Kedwin Scott down the wing, delivered in. Langstaff blocks. Langstaff! 5th goal of the season for Macaulay Langstaff. There was no missing that one second time around. It's Scott to Langstaff again, as was the case God knows how many times last year. Get lucky that it comes off Lacey and falls back to him, but no mistake second time around. We're in front. Oh, it's going to break free. Kedwin Scott is in. He doesn't usually miss those, and he won't be missing that one. 2-0 in the 20th minute. Cannoned off, our guy. Kyle Cameron gets there. Kirby, Langstaff. Oh, that's nice. Oh, that's really nice! 3 of the best! We've made them pay. 2 for Scott, 1 for Macaulay Langstaff. Those two just know where the back of the goal is, don't they? So no matter what level they're playing at, or who we have in the team around them, they just know how to score goals. They smashed it in the Conference North. They smashed it in the Conference. And now, against League 2 opposition, whether it be in the League or in the Cup, they are smashing it once again. Well, no goals. Oh, hang on. That's literally as soon as I open my mouth. Yeah, there is a goal. I don't know how he's got it in from there, but Mikhail Bongili and Jolie gives Hartlepool a consolation goal and nothing more. But despite all of our attempts in the second half, 10 we've had, not able to find the back of the net for a fourth time, but we're not going to worry too much about that. You never know, there might actually still be time for a fourth. Joel Taylor down the line. He's got Shimanga in the middle to look for. Here's Nick. Nick all flat to the edge of the box to Boateng. Challenge, but Boateng rides it. Booty. Little drop of the shoulder, looking for Langstaff. And, yep, there is time for a fourth. It's literally, as soon as I went, well, no goals in the second half, then there's 2 goals in stoppage time. All right, 4-1 then, the game will end. We're going to get a convincing victory regardless. I don't know why I opened my mouth, really. And that is going to be us getting 3 points in the Papa John's Trophy to begin our group stage. Thank you very much. Matthew Blake back in the starting lineup. I've got my full defensive line back as I want it. Still missing Jack Rolls because he's on international duty with Cyprus. Casey or Cisse. I keep saying Casey. I don't know why. Cisse is on loan. On loan. I'm all over the place. Cisse is on international duty as well with Sierra Leone. So we're missing those 2. But outside of that, we are relatively full strength. Langstaff and Kedwin Scott continue to put the ball in the back of the net. So Shimanga is having to take a back seat at the minute. But it's no real surprise. Whilst they continue to put the ball where it's supposed to go, I can't really take them out, can I? They've got Omar Bogle and Joey Ironside, Newport County, so they're going to be dangerous up top. But if we pick up where we left off last time against Hartlepool, we should be fine. Luke Harris out wide there to Jeff King. He and Harris are building up quite the relationship. And Kedwin Scott gets his 3rd goal of the season, and we take a 15th minute lead against Newport County. Let's go. Costa Rica on the counter. Luke Harris could look for Langstaff, who's in and onside, I believe, and scores. That's 2. Just before half-time, we take a 2nd goal advantage. Things going much better than we thought they might do here at Notts County in League 2. Aiming for a top half. We'll be delighted if we got top 7. It looks like we're going to be challenging for top 2 or 3. Choosing the right time to leave Notts County is going to be an interesting one. Because evidently, we could stay here for quite a few seasons and take them quite a way up the table. But we do want this to be a journeyman. And when I stopped the previous save and continued and started a new one at a club like Notts County, I wanted to make sure I made the point of this is going to still be a journeyman. I'm not just going to do an RTG with Notts County. So I may, regardless of whether we do or do not get any job offers this year, I may just let my contract expire at the end of the season, regardless of what happens with this team this year. And then we'll see what happens. Because otherwise we do run the risk of it turning into a bit of a Notts County RTG, and I don't want that to be the case. That's a pen. There was a push in there on Nia Kirby by Omar Bogle. A striker gives away a penalty. A striker will take the penalty and score it 3-0. Macaulay Langstaff continues with his 8th goal of the season so far. You absolutely can get promoted too early. That is 100% a thing. I feel like here at Notts County, though, we didn't get promoted too early. And if we go up again, that won't be too early for this squad either. We've got a number of players in this team that are young enough and already good enough to hold their own in the bottom half of League One, for sure. There's no doubts whatsoever that if this team go up... Wow, Luther's getting first team opportunities in Zimbabwe now. His first cap. Congratulations to him for that. Not too easy, not boring, but a little bit of a routine to just bounce from game to game and continue to win from game to game. So I am going to keep my eyes on the job centre, and we might try and... Because this run can't last forever. And we might try and use our current high reputation as a manager for the amount of time we've been in management and actually try and profit off that and go for a bigger job. My reputation at the minute is 35%. Notts County attracting interest amid takeover rumours. Oh. If we go to Club Info, or is it Club Vision? Somewhere. General is here, isn't it? Rumours of a potential board takeover. Finances are secure. Who is the chairman at the minute? All. Christoph Reitz and Alexander Reitz. Alexander Reitz is the owner. They're two Danes that took over relatively recently in real life, I think. But apparently they might be wanting out. Well, if they do, then we are an attractive proposition for any prospective buyers at the moment, aren't we? With the form we're in and the trajectory that the team is on, and basically the quality that we have at the club. But if they get taken over, will we stay? Well, we're not planning on staying. I'm really not sure when to jump ship, because we know we want to move elsewhere. But when do we go? Do we go at the peak of Notts County's powers, when we're just winning everything in League 2, or do I wait until things start to turn a little bit and then look to get out? Or do I just wait until the end of this season and then go? I'd really want your feedback for that in the comment section, and those of you on Twitch chat as well. If you could let me know what you think I should do, I'd appreciate it. That's Walsall's 11. They're currently 23rd in the division, so absolutely we should be getting victory here without any question of doubt. But we say that almost every game we go into at the minute. We're top, they're 22nd, third bottom. Form book reads one thing. What will the scoreline read come the end of the game? It's a nice ball into Mayer. That's a good ball in as well. And Dominic Samuel, former Blackburn striker, buries it for Walsall, and they lead inside 4 minutes. That's not part of the script, lads. We said we run the risk of it becoming a bit routine in this division with the nature of the squad that we have at the minute, but certainly going 1-0 down. Are you onside there, Kedwin? I'm not sure. No, he's not. Linesman flag is up on the far side. We run the risk of becoming complacent, but it's nice to have the challenge to go 1-0 down early on. Though we do look like we're going to press to try and get ourselves level without too much time having gone on the clock. And we have done that thanks to the deflection. Luke Harris's effort from the edge of the box takes a nick off a defender's leg, and it will bury itself in the back of the net. Wait for it in the replay. It should be a good angle for it here, actually. I think there's one of the defenders here in the middle. Just gets a nick on it. Oh, it's him there, and yeah, it takes it past the keeper. That's unfortunate for Walsall, but when you're at the bottom of the table, things like that go against you rather than for you, don't they? That's us back on level terms. And now we'll look to try and find a goal to go in front. Go on, Macaulay, you've got the legs. Oh, keeps. What is he doing? 2-1 Notts County, Kedwin Scott. We brought in all of these top-class players, and it's still just Kedwin Scott and Macaulay Langstaff that keep the club firing. Between the two of them, they are unstoppable. That's a 2-1 win. Wasn't as straightforward as some of our other ones, and Walsall were in that the entirety of the time. If they play as well as they did in that game for the rest of the season, then they won't have to worry about the drop at all. Carlisle still bottom after 6 games, having lost every single one of them. Yikes. A lot of yikes. We've paid Chesterfield £6,000 as part of the Jeff King deal. That's not a problem. We can absolutely afford that. Continually, Kedwin Scott is very bloody good. I have a habit of signing too many good players for the level that I'm at, and then end up struggling to keep some of them happy. I should kind of slow it down on my squad building, shouldn't I, really? Crawley away is a game that always has the potential to throw a spanner in the works. I never liked going to Crawley away as a Cambridge United fan. Whether it be in the league, in the conference, or in the FA Trophy, or anything of the like, it was just never fun. Always went badly for us, or almost always went badly for us. Didn't enjoy it. Hopefully, things at Notts County will be different. Oh, Jesus! I mean, I've had that raid noise for 3 or 4 years. Every time it makes me jump, and every time I go, I must change that, and then I never do. United City FM, thank you very much for the raid of AT, mate. I appreciate it very much indeed. Thank you for sending everyone over. Welcome in, everyone. You join us in a Journeyman albeit we haven't moved anywhere yet, but we are contemplating doing so. Season 1, we started at Notts County. We kind of smashed the conference, and dare I say it, so far, we're kind of smashing League 2 as well. But we're very aware that we don't want this to turn into a Notts County RTG. So even despite our success this season, we will at the very least leave by the end of the second year. If not, earlier than that, and try and basically take advantage of my high managerial reputation whilst we're top of League 2 after destroying the conference. Caught on it there, and McEachran will come forward here for Crawley. Not sure if it's Josh or George, but one of the McEachrans gets an assist. And Benji Purcell scores his first goal of the season, and we are behind away from home against Crawley. I told you I hate going away from home to Crawley. So it's proving to be again. It is George McEachran. Not Josh, but still decent George McEachran. Yikes. It was a record-breaking conference season. A league and club record for both points and amount of victories. Okay. Has the keeper slipped there? That's one of the more peculiar goals we've scored in Football Manager. Keeper's come out, and I think he's just slipped. I'll take it. Thank you. Sorry? That's 1-1 just 2 minutes after they went in front. That was weird. That's a lovely ball through to George McEachran. He's got 1 assist, and now he's got a goal as well. Well, they can score goals that make logical sense. Ours didn't make logical sense, other than surely the goalkeeper slipped. But Crawley are turning up here. And away. And as far as Purcell, though, he's already scored 1. Oh my god, it pinballed around, and George McEachran really is having the game of his life. Langstaff. Square it, maybe? Oh, Luke Harris is a god. 9th goal of the season for Luke Harris. It's 3-2. 2 lucky goals, but with the way this game is going, we will absolutely take them. 3-2 at half-time. Blake with a free kick. Oh my god, Blake with a free kick. Wow. Matthew Blake equalises. That was a long way. I was expecting him to dink that. And for it to just land at the back post for someone here who was unmarked. But wow. That's one of the best free kicks we've had scored in any FM game ever. That was unreal. We're level. It's 3-3. Sorry, Crawley. You're going to drop out the playoffs again now. We might. We really might. There's 3 in the... Oh, it's going to be a pen. We're gonna. Blake scores the free kick to give us the equalising goal, and then goes and gives away a penalty at the other end. How is our luck? I can't believe they're not giving it to George McEachran. Sinclair buries it. It's 4-3 to Crawley. Jerome Sinclair. Jeez Louise. Having all sorts of flashbacks with this Crawley team, aren't we? Jerome Sinclair from the spot. George McEachran on a hat-trick, not given the chance to get it. Jerome Sinclair is still an absolute baller. Signed for free last year, scored 7 goals. That's only his 2nd this year, but still looks very good for the level. Let's have an equaliser, please. This would be the 3rd 4-3 game we've had in the league so far this season, if it does end as is. Harris to Kirby. But I'd love a 5-4. Jack Rolls still going. Rosie! Puts it wide of the target. Unbelievable, Hefe. We're going to lose away from home against Crawley. And it's going to drop us down to 3rd in the table as well. So I'm happy with the performance despite the result. I'm not, but I want to keep morale up. I don't want one defeat to turn into 2, to turn into 3. But I believe that's the 3rd 4-3 we've had in the league so far this season. Yep. 4-3 win against Stevenage, 4-3 defeat against Mansfield, 4-3 defeat against Crawley. We've scored in every single game we've played, as per usual. And we've only kept a clean sheet in 3 games. No, 2 games so far this season. As per usual. We just outscore our opposition most of the time. They're 6th, we're 3rd. There's not that much between us. We've lost Langstaff to injury, we've lost Blake to injury, although I had put Shimanga in for this game regardless. hopefully, can I get a bit more out of Rolsey as a Metsala? I'll try him as a Metsala. Let's see what we can do in this one at home against Stockport. Come on, lads. Let's get a dub, shall we, please? Let's return to winning form. Paddy Madden up top. That's a blast from the past. Booty looking for Shimanga, who's in. Brings it down. Oh, that's what Kamongo Shimanga can bring to the table. Second top goal scorer in the league last year. So we bought him. And he's found it tough to get into the starting lineup because, well, last year's top goal scorer in the league that plays for us, Macaulay Langstaff, was banging the goals in, but Langstaff injured, not been in the best of form of late. Past 2 games have been poor. He does that. Last year he just scored almost every single game. This year he's playing in patches, like 6.3, 4, 5, and then bags a brace 2 games in a row. And 6.8, 6.4. He's so hot and cold, whereas I'm hoping Shimanga can be a bit more consistent. Regardless, if we do win this, as it stands, with all the other results elsewhere, we will be top of the table. Southern Hales to Crankshaw. Stockport forward. Looking dangerous. Southern Hales into the middle. Paddy Madden is there. Evans. Connor Lemony Evans. Berries and equalises for Stockport. It doesn't matter how many improvements we make throughout the squad. We just still concede a lot of goals. Nice tackle by Luke. Counter-attack is on. Shimanga's on his run. Kedwin Scott has an overlapping run of Jack Rolls there to try and use. Chosen to ignore him. Goes to Joel Taylor. Taylor might go back to Scott. Here's Boateng. That's a lovely ball. Harris. First time volley maybe into the middle. Shimanga! Oh, Kabongo Shimanga. Oh, Kabongo Shimanga. 2-1 County. There we go. That's a 2-1 win for Notts County at home. Good win for us, lads. Well done. That will keep us in the top 3 automatic positions. Pushing again to try and get promotion with Notts County. Actually moves us up to 2nd, although Leyton Orient still lead the way. This is, for those of you that come across from Xbox, we're in a journeyman save. The essence of a journeyman save is that you don't stay at the same club for very long at all. You try and work your way up through the hierarchy of the game by moving from club to club to club rather than taking one club all the way, if you get my drift. And we started in the 5th tier of English football in the conference with Notts County. We absolutely destroyed the league last year. I'll show you the league table from last season if we go stages and then back a year. We won the league with 100 goals scored and 106 points. And so far this season, after getting promoted, we're actually looking very good again. Albeit we can't stop the ball from going in the back of the net. We conceded loads of goals last year. If we look at the previous year, 49 goals conceded last year, averaging more than a goal a game. So we weren't keeping many clean sheets. And so far this year, we've conceded 14 in 8. So it's not going well defensively, but we just keep outscoring everybody. So we're not that bothered about it at the moment. But we are looking to move from Notts County up the leagues, or maybe even across to a foreign league that is of a similar, if not slightly higher, reputation level. But at the minute, things are going very well for us at Notts County. My managerial profile is growing very nicely indeed. My reputation is up to 35% already after starting at 0 last year, or 5%. Goal of the month. Regan Hendry gets goal of the month, but Matthew Blake's free kick, 32 yards it was, comes 2nd. And I come 2nd in manager of the month. But our very own, well, I say our very own, Fulham's on loan, Luke Harris, gets player of the month and young player of the month for the 2nd month in a row. Unsurprisingly, the board are very happy with us, and the fans apparently aren't that fussed at the minute. Alright, suit yourselves. Apparently the fans at Notts County are hard to impress. No jobs available at the minute that we'd consider taking. Let's have a look at job security. Maybe there's a job that might become available relatively soon that we might consider. I certainly wouldn't want to join a Premier League club at this stage. Paris FC in Ligue 1 might be worth a shout. Some SPL jobs are insecure. Antwerp, 10th in the Belgian league. Couple of championship teams. Luton are 23rd. West Brom are 19th. Any League One jobs available? Or potentially available? Exeter or Cheltenham? I don't think either of them I would go to, actually. Might be some jobs available. Tenerife in the Spanish second division. They're bottom of the table. There are definitely some jobs that might become available we could consider. But at the minute, we're not thinking of moving anywhere else yet. We certainly, though, will be at a different club in Season 3. I guarantee you that. Notts County takeover rumours persist. The club may well still continue to potentially get taken over. But no news. I mean, the new board might, if we do get taken over, the new board might come in and decide that they want a new manager anyway, and I might get sacked. MLS would be an option, but I'm not sure yet. I don't know as I'd want to go to LAFC just yet. Tranmere away. I've never been to Prenton Park. Certainly somewhere I need to tick off the list. Matthew Blake's still injured. Langstaff is on his way back now. I think we're at full strength other than Matthew Blake. Yeah, well, I think we are. Come on then. Tranmere away. They're 16th. Have had an indifferent start to the season. So if we play as well as we did in the last game, and as in almost every game we've played so far this year, we might be able to go back top. Bit of a kick clash, but we'll deal with it. Joel Taylor forward to Kedwin Scott. Shimanga is in the middle. Not that Kedwin Scott needs him. That's pretty good from Kedwin Scott. They were saying the assist will be replayed again and again. I think you'll find it'll be the finish. It is a great run by Joel Taylor, don't get me wrong. But I think, to be honest, if anything's going to get replayed again and again, it's going to be the goal itself. We'll win it. Rolsey. Oh, it will find Harris. And that's a foregone conclusion when Luke Harris is in on goal. 10th of the season for the championship level player that somehow is playing for me in League 2. He's good enough to play 2 levels above. Flick that on. Nice. Macaulay Langstaff. Oh, how deft was that? Slotted calmly, beautifully, nonchalantly into the corner. You see him race through and you think, put your foot through it. Put power and you'll beat the keeper. But he's just ever so gently rolled that in the bottom corner, placed it like a pass. And as we score our 3rd, Spain score a 7th. There we go. That's a 3-0 dub for the boys. Nice fixture. I'm very happy with the result and the way they played, more importantly. Overall team performance was right up there. And to keep possession the way that we did, that's what we used to do last season. That's the sort of performance that kept us top of the table. Rolsey playing very well again. 4 assists in 8 games now. Changing things around then for the under-21s. A number of first-team players rested. I don't know, is there any names in there under-21? Josh Coburn is a name I'm familiar with. But other than that, not sure. They can play the occasional first-team player, can't they? In the under-21s, but it doesn't look like Leicester are actually doing that. We won our first game against Bristol, no, Hartlepool, sorry, and hopefully we'll win our second. Yeah, 98 for the last time for the men's team. There you go, 7-0, Spain, Costa Rica. Yeah, that's not gone well for Costa Rica, that has it. Free kick for Jordan Davies to take, who does have a cracking set piece on him, and proves it by scoring his first goal in a Notts County shirt. That was a hell of a whip. Matthew Blake scored a banging free kick earlier. Jordan Davies has scored one of his own. Pick that out, mate. We lead by a goal to 0 against Leicester City's under-21s. Cottrell. Oh, it's a beautiful ball. Shimanga too. That's all about the assist and the vision of Ben Cottrell. Shimanga with his 5th goal of the season. And we lead by 2 goals to 0 against Leicester. Admittedly, they're under 21s, but still. You can only beat what's in front of you. Or see that assist again. Shimanga's on the run, and Cottrell just takes all of their defence and midfield out of the game with that. Top quality. You love to see it. Should be a pretty simple 2-0 victory, this. That's us definitively through, regardless of what happens against Grimsby. We are into the next round of the Papa John's Trophy. We went all the way in the FA Trophy and won that last year. Could we potentially have another cup final before we leave? We're going to give a pen. Kedwin Scott's furious. I was going to change play and give it to Kedwin Scott. He was in there, about to tuck it away. To be fair, Shimanga could do with the goal if he tucks it home, which he has done, so we'll take it. Notts County 3, Leicester Under-21s 0. We might well potentially find our way towards another cup final, but there are some rather strong League One sides and obviously Under-21 sides in this tournament still. But that was a very good result. With a fringe team as well, to be fair. He's still growing. 10 goals, 5 assists in 11 games. 10 goals, 4 assists in 9 League 2 games. He's unreal. If he can do it again, I'll be very happy. Jordan Davis gets a start as Rolsey's on international football. And, well, with that free kick in the last game, I think he deserves it. I'll take Nia Kirby out for Boateng, actually. Other than that, I don't think we're going to make any changes. Actually, Slocum out for Luke McGee. That's one change we do want to make. Sorry. And Jeff King for Cisse. Sorry. Go on then. Here we go. Off we go again. Notts County at home against Salford, who've had a poor start to the season, Salford. Lower down the table than you might expect them to be. I believe they're about 22nd, which is where Walsall were when we played them. They're 23rd, in fact, and Walsall still are 22nd. Carlisle have got some points now, at least. They were 0 from 6. Now they're 4 from their last 4, which is at least some sort of turnaround. Jordan Davies. Out to Ben Cottrell. Oh, it's a lovely ball. Shimanga's in. Buried. Kabongo's in form now. 7th goal of the season for him. We're 1-0 up against Salford. The run may well continue. I'm finding it difficult to pick between Kabongo and Macaulay. But at the minute, Shimanga edges it. It's a 1-0 win at full time. Only the 1 goal early doors. Bit of a more even second half, to be fair. They only had 1 shot at half time, but we'll take it. Pleased to get the dub. Pleased to get the dub. Keeps us top. We've only dropped points in a handful of games so far this season. Regan Bootie's out for 4 days. That is manageable. Absolutely. Ryan Bowman gets a hat-trick. He's got 7 goals in 9 for MK Dons. Picked up for free. Well, doing the job, isn't he? Certainly. We've got some good goal scorers of our own, though. 10 goals in 12 games for Luke Harris. 9 in 9 for Macaulay. 7 in 6 for Kabongo. And 5 in 9 for Kedwin Scott. It's going quite well for us at the minute. Bristol Rovers in 7 days' time. They're the side that beat us in the Cup. So we would like to get payback for that. And that's something I might actually ask for in the pre-match press conference. We lost 3-1 away from home against Bristol Rovers. They come to us this time. 3 straight clean sheets I've just noticed as well. That is rarer than a rare thing for that to happen for us. I bet against Bristol Rovers we don't make it 4 in 4 though. Thanks for the follow, Mikey Noisy. Welcome to the channel, mate. The Paris FC job has not become available yet, I don't believe. Let's have a look at staff. The job centre. Lots of jobs becoming available then. Hello. Hello. Let's have a look here then. So, Luton in the Championship is available. They are bottom of the table currently. They're a big club. They're a big club. If I apply for a job this early in the season, will I be able to take the job at the end of the year still? Thank you for the follow, Foz. Luton is probably the only one I'd go for there. I don't really want to go to LA Galaxy. I can do that, can I? And then we'll just take over at Luton regardless of where they are. Come on then. We'll apply for the Luton job. They're a big club. Bigger than Notts County, that's for sure. Bristol Rovers at home. The chance to get revenge. Blake is on his way back. 75 minutes of action. Joel Taylor's been playing well though. 7.42 in his last few games. I kind of need to leave him in. Kyle Cameron has been really poor so far this season. His last game was better, 7.0. But he's been really poor this season. Our club captain needs to be better than that. Absolutely. Rolsey's available again, so I'll put him on the bench ahead of Senor Booty. No, I'll leave Blake out for this next one. Come on then. Let's get payback against them if we can. I'll say payback because they beat us in the cup. Aaron Collins that plays again. I shall point my finger. Say we owe them what happened after what happened last time. Let's go and get a dub, shall we, please? I'd rather lose in the cup and win in the league, so that's fine. That's a really, really good ball, actually, and Jeff King gets on the end of it. The option short there is Harris. Well, Cottrell might be carrying a knock, but it's not stopped him from scoring a goal. We lead now at home against Bristol Rovers. I'm intrigued to see what the knock is. Hampered by injury. Potential thigh injury. I mean, he's just scored, so he's not particularly hampered by it, is he? And that's going to be really hard fought, actually. 1-0 victory. Really hard fought 1-0 victory. A good win, that. Bristol Rovers, despite only having an indifferent season, sat mid-table. They're a really, really good side. They're giving us 2 really difficult games. But we've been able to come through both. Bruised thigh for Ben Cottrell. He'll be okay with that. But we will rotate him out for the next game. It was only in 3 days' time against Doncaster, so certainly. Luke McGee's done really well. And we did get another clean sheet. 4 straight clean sheets. We've not done that ever in this save so far. We've stopped outscoring teams and we've started just getting wins with clean sheets, which I am not used to doing. Cedwyn Scott back in. Regan Booty on the bench. We'll give everyone a rest ahead of the game against Doncaster in 3 days' time. But that will bring us to a close for this YouTube video. Thank you very much for watching, guys, as ever. Do continue to let me know your feedback in the comment section down below about what you might like me to do job-wise. For your reference, we have applied for the Luton job, who are 23rd in the Championship. Fleetwood are currently 19th in League One. Mark Bonner, actually, at Cambridge. Oh, my God. Mark Bonner is favourite for 2 jobs, Bradford and Fleetwood. Keep your eyes peeled. We might end up at Cambridge. Holy bejesus. Please, please, please. Obviously, we'd still only use them as a stop point. It would still be a journeyman. We wouldn't only stay at Cambridge, but I'd love to manage Cambridge at some point in this save. And soon might be the opportunity to do that. Oh, now I'm excited. Thank you very much for watching, guys. Drop the video a like if you've enjoyed. Make sure you subscribed to the channel so you don't miss out on more. Follow the links in the description to the main channel and to the Twitch channel where you can watch all of my content either live or, of course, the main YouTube series. And I'll see you next time.